Oregon State, Washington, over 55. And here's why. Getting into the stats, Oregon State offensively is averaging just under 33 points per game. They're throwing for about 230 passing yards per game, and they're running for about 195 rushing yards per game. Defensively, they're giving up just under 23 points per game. They're giving up about 230 yards through the air and a little over 120 rushing yards per game. Washington offensively scoring about 40.5 points per game. They're averaging just under 380 passing yards per game, and they're averaging about 128 rushing yards per game. Defensively, they're giving up about 27.5 points per game. They're giving up about 256 passing yards per game and just over 110 rushing yards per game. Looking at the stats, you'll see that both offenses are pretty legit. Oregon State's averaging about 425 yards per game, while Washington's averaging over 500 yards per game. And while both offenses are legit, neither defense is super outstanding when it comes to yardage stats. I mean, Oregon State's given up right around 350 yards per game, and Washington's given up 365, 370 per game. So each team's going to be able to move the ball on each other. It's just a matter of who's going to be able to get one stop or who's going to be able to cause more turnovers in this game, which is really the reason why I like the over. If we look at the against the spread stats, we'll see that Oregon State is 6-2 overall this year, with a 1-2 record as the away team and 1-1 as an away underdog. Washington, on the other hand, is 4-4 overall against the spread this year, but they're 4-0 as a home team, and they're 3-0 as the home favorite. And they're currently 4-point favorites. So if you were to, lean one way with the against the spread stats and records, I would lean Washington to cover this game. Over-under-wise, this is another reason why I like the over. Washington's 6-1-1 in overs this season, and they're 2-1 on the road. Oregon State is 5-3 in overs this season, and they're 4-1 at home. So both teams are hitting the over more than they're not in each situation. Washington's 2-1 as an away team in overs, and Oregon State loves to hit the over as the home team. If you look at the all-time series, Washington leads the all-time series with a 67-35-4 record, and they've won 9 of the last 10 meetings. However, Oregon State did win the most recent matchup between these two teams. If we take a look at the line, we'll see that the spread opened up at Oregon State plus 2.5, and it's moved to Oregon State plus 4. The point total opened up at 60.5, and it's moved down to 55. The point total's moved down 5.5 points, which is another reason why I really like the over. I mean, if they're going to move the point total down to 55, I would have no problem taking this game. And if you look at the trend this year in Pac-12 games, there have been quite a few that have went over 70-plus points. I don't think either one of these teams is great defensively, and they both have pretty stout offenses. So just another reason why I would take the over here. Then in addition to those stats, if you take a look at who the public's on, 56% of the public is on Washington to cover, so it's pretty even as to who the public thinks is going to cover this game, which is why my picks for this game are going to be the over of 55 points, and I'm going to take Washington money line. I was able to put a little same game parlay together also, just in case you want to get a little extra action and try and get better odds on this game. I teased the over down to 49.5 just to be a little more comfortable in this game hitting, and I brought it down to 49.5, like I said, for the first leg. The second leg is going to be Michael Penix over 275 passing yards. He's had well over 300 yards in every single game he's played in this year passing. And if you look at the stats, they're averaging 380 passing yards per game. Now, if you wanted to get even better odds, you might want to raise it to 300-plus passing yards. But I'm going to take the 275 because Oregon State's defense does do a decent job at defending the pass. And I think 275 is a good number considering the odds that you're going to get for it. And then the third leg is going to be Washington money line. As I pointed out, I do think Washington will cover the spread here. Historically this year, they have covered the spread and have not once not covered the spread while they're the home team. So the safe bet would be to pick Washington to cover. But 4 points, I don't even want to mess with it. I'm just going to take Washington money line. I think they win this game. They're the home team. And I just like Washington here. So that's my thoughts on the parlay for this game. If you like the video, I'd appreciate if you left a like. If you have a different opinion or have other insight on this game that you'd like to share, definitely go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. And then If you're looking for other game breakdowns like this, I'll be coming out with plenty more in the rest of the season as well as this weekend. I have a couple more college games and a couple more pro games that I'm going to be able to cover this weekend. So definitely feel free to hit that subscribe button if you're looking for more videos in the future. But with that being said, those are my thoughts on this game, and I'll see you guys in the next video.